to the drive shaft. Now, since these engines have individual clutches, if one engine breaks, the others will keep going.
There you see a shot of Wayne Keith, the current leader, wondering if his distance of 286.78 feet is going to hold up. He put down a good run in Sudden Thunder, and now it's kind of a home state favorite out of Apex, North Carolina, John Powell in Cracklin Rose.
Yeah, this is going to be a good running tractor here. Let's see how he comes out of the hole. He's got his arms up. They're hooking him up to the sled. He's got to beat 286 feet, and let's see if he does it, and it's going to all depend on how he comes out of the hole here, Stan.
Rich, not too long ago, this tractor didn't have a name at all. Now it's Cracklin Rose.
Yeah, he doesn't have it quite painted on there yet, though, does he? But I'm sure he's going to do that, but that's not going to keep him from winning this run. He comes out real hard here, Stan, just coming out pretty good there. He's kicking up a little bit. He's got the front end up. It might be a pretty good pull. Uh-oh. He's had a little problem there. He got shot way over to the right-hand side. He might have broken an axle or something. I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, he got about halfway down the track, just 214.15 feet. Halfway down the track, and all of a sudden it pulls to the right.
Yeah, he might have broke the right axle on there or something, and when it did that, the left tire just kind of turned and just pushes him right over to the left-hand side, or to the right-hand side, rather. Now, let's see if we can see what happens with this angle. As you can see, when he came down, he had his tires turned, and that's what kicked him over.
Well, not a good run for John Powell. Let's check in with Mike Goss at Trackside.
John, she really jerked hard. What happened?
Yeah, we fell off in a hole there and was headed a little like out of bounds, and I got in the brake a little bit too hard, I guess, and come back, and it's a pretty wild ride.
Wasn't the run you wanted in front of your home crowd, was it?
No, definitely it wasn't. We seemed like it's pretty hard for us to do good at home here.
Well, next it's going to be Mike Piper's turn to make the most of this very difficult track. Mike Piper is out of Mount Vernon, Illinois, driving just at dirt. 4 engines on this beauty.
And another Aries-powered engine, a lot of horsepower, and let's see how he's going to do it. He comes out real hard, Stan. Now, this isn't going to be good. He's just sitting there spinning and kicking up a lot of dirt. It looks neat, but it's not going to be a very good pull, I can tell you that right now.
I don't think so.
Now, he comes out, he's getting a little bit more speed there. He's getting his front end up in the air a little bit. He's getting some traction, but not quite good enough.
You know what? He's close, and matter of fact, he's just taken 3rd place with 229.15 feet just by a nose.
Boy, he worked at it hard to get that far. I'm surprised that he did it that way. As you can see, he's putting on a good show there, kicking up all that sand, which is what that track's about made of, but not good enough.
Well, he had a whole lot of trouble right there at the start, as you talked about. Couldn't get hooked up. All a little and all too late, unfortunately, for Mike Piper. Well, next it'll be the pull, Rich, that we've all been waiting for. It's Ken Lamont's turn, as he'll be driving really the ultimate tractor, Tim Engler's Mission Impossible, and he's out with his wife awaiting the birth of their first child.
Okay, let's see how he's going to handle all this horsepower. He tries to come out a little hard, tries to let off and hit it again and try to hook up.
Got problems.
It didn't work. Now, he didn't get past the 75-foot mark, so they'll just pull him back and reset him. While they're doing that, let's go down and check with Mike Piper.
Mike, do you think maybe you drove it a little hard out of the hole?
Well, it burrowed in on me back here. I didn't have a whole lot of choice. Got a little high on the track. There wasn't a lot out there to choose from. Done the best I could with it. Got in a little tire shake problem. Couldn't drive out of it. Done the best I could with it. Like I said, it's just one of them deals that can't get down. You can't get down the track sometimes.
So in the meantime, Rich, Kenny Lamont's going to give it another shot, but the engines have gotten powerfully thirsty.
Yeah, they have. Since he was doing a little bit moving around, since he had to back up, since he didn't go past the 75 foot in his first run, he's able to do it over. So he moved his sled over to the left-hand side to try to get a better bite. So they had to refuel all them engines because it burned up a lot of fuel. And you can see Mike Stowe and Jim Lyons and Fred Freeman, they're all down there helping to get this tractor running. Now, Tim Engler's built a lot of tractors for these guys, so they all want to help out as much as they can. Now, let's take a look at his first run and see exactly what happened here. As you can see right there, when he hit that second time, that left rear tire especially just dug way down in the hole. It got nowhere. Now, let's see if he gets a little bit better here on the left-hand side. He's coming out a little bit better, Stan.
Well, he's trying, but Kenny's used to driving that modified 2-wheel drive funny car and just doesn't have it. Just 77.10 feet. Unfortunately, not a good run for Kenny Lamont in Mission Impossible.
Ken, it's a chance of a lifetime. You've got hold of probably the meanest pulling tractor in the world, but the track just wouldn't let you drive it.
No, it just won't take it. You know, sometimes you get on those days when things just don't go right. This is one of them. the first time when I tried jacking the throttle a little bit, and as soon as I did, the left side of the tractor just sunk. Well, they've been running like crazy on that side track, and they've used up the middle of the track, and I thought, well, Jim Lyons was down there with me, and he said, let's try the bottom of the track. So that's why I pulled out and had him move it over again. But that's unbelievable. That's no doubt the baddest tractor ever built. Tim, when he's on it, is a killer. All I can say is I'm sorry to Tim, because I wish he'd have been here to see if he could have done any better than I did. I obviously didn't know up to his name.
Well, an unfortunate night there for Kenny Lamont, but now it's going to be Pat Frills, the overachiever for 1988 out of Island, Kentucky, driving the Dollar Devil.
A good running tractor. Now let's see how he does. Little expertise coming out of the hole there. He does a real fine job coming out. Now he's got his way real good. Coming on the back tires, a lot of traction, Stan. He's got a good run going.
Not bad. Let's see. He's close. Oh, well, he's about 20 feet away, 258.85 feet, but this does move him into third place.
Well, that's good, because he was doing real good coming down the tractor. I thought he was going to go a lot farther than that. He's got it pretty much wide open there. He's carrying the front end just right. He stays in the middle of the track. He doesn't have to use his brakes at all, and it's a beautiful run, if anything.
Well, he was trying to give his best to go for that 286-foot mark. Just didn't have it. Let's go down to Mike Goss, who has Pat Frills.
Pat, one of the few tractors that looks like it hooked up tonight. How did you do it?
Well, we got to watch a lot of tractors. This tractor is exceptionally light on the front end. It's not a very good track. I hate to say that, but we didn't draw a good number tonight. Angle cam, hard shop rock arms, they're all pulling for us tonight. GMC motors, hell, they're doing the best they could. I stick with that run for being that late in class.
Well, Rich, this leaves everything up in the air to our last puller, Fitz Stifler Jr. in Rolling Thunder out of Jarrettsville, Maryland.
Now, he's his last tractor to run, so he's the last guy who's going to have a chance of taking this win. 286 feet is what he's got to do, and it's all going to depend on how he comes out of the hole. Because he's not doing too bad right now. He's taking it easy, trying to get that sled moving, and he's got to try to find something there to hook up to, try to get some good ground, but he's just not going to do it.
No, it's not going to work tonight for Mitch Stifler. 101, that's the footage, 101.41 feet. He had a lot of troubles from the very start.
Yeah, he knew he just wasn't going to do anything, so he thought, well, hey, I'm not going to blow up these motors. Hey, I can't do it. Let's let him have the win.
Well, he gave it a good shot. So, coming up, we're going to talk with our winner.